Hi there YouTube, I've just bought a new laptop on Amazon. It was £250 but there was a flash sale which reduced it to just over 200. I'm a sucker for psychology like that. I'm a bit apprehensive because it's from a lesser known Chinese company called Jumper. This particular model is the Jumper EZbook X4 6128 14-inch screen. No idea what that is in centimetres, but I'll measure it. So I'm a bit apprehensive about this model. Has 6GB RAM, but apparently it's soldered in, so you can't upgrade it. It's also supposed to be fanless, which means how does it cope with overheating? So those are my apprehensions. Now the company is supposed to be quite big in China. They're based in Shenzhen. Apologies if my pronunciation is wrong. That's a city just north of Hong Kong. So let's open it, see how we go, and I want to use it quite intensively for a week or so. So I'll probably report back and tell you how I got on with it. Okay, let's see what's in the box. So this is the box the laptop arrived in. It was delivered by Amazon, so this box was in a bigger box. I'm not sure if I mentioned what processor this has. This has the Celeron J3455, so that's 4 cores, which means it has 4 threads. So let's start opening it. So a paper catch here. So I'm very good at opening boxes, so does it have some at the sides? No, it just slides out at the top. So, okay, this comes with that's the power supply. Yes, it's a 12 volt DC power supply. Put that to one side. Have foam chocks, I suppose you call them. Let's keep it nice and tight while it's being shipped, which is good. Don't want it rattling around while it's getting thrown about there. Okay, you have a multilingual instruction booklet. Put that to one side. I will read it, honest. So let's just prise off these lugs. Right, so first thing that's apparent, it's a nice shiny aluminium case. And this is slightly confusing because the keys are the wrong way round. Okay, I am really quite confused now. Oh, I know. This is a protective, yes, membrane. So obviously this will fit over. I also wonder if this is something to do with the UK keyboard, because as you can see there's a pound sign there. That's interesting. If you like me and eat crisps over a laptop, you know, you don't want bits of Monster Munch going in by the side of the keys. So yeah, it's quite a nice feature. I think I prefer it without. It's a rubbery feel, reminds me of a ZX Spectrum, dead flesh keyboard. But, okay, nice big trackpad. I can see myself typing quite well on here. Screen looks quite nice. It's a nice small form factor. Let's have a look at the ports. Okay, so what have we got here? Okay, you've got I think that's a mini HDMI, USB 3 port, another USB 3 port, headphone, microphone, headset jack, I guess that is, and power in. It's very nice. Yes, if I hold up a ruler, put my hand, because, you know, how do you know what size my hands are? Right, so I'm not sure what that port is. Could that be... interesting, I'll have to investigate. But that's a very nice finish. And starting to power up the machine. So I'll just show you. Let's just quickly measure the dimensions of the screen. So in inches, that's, yeah, pretty spot on, 14 inches, which is just over 35 centimetres. Yes, that's roughly just under 9 inches, that's about 22 centimetres by 32 centimetres, which is just under 13 inches. I was a bit surprised to be I was going to say XP Home. No, Windows 10 Home. I'm used to Windows 10 Professional, so this was all a bit confusing. It's all a bit Windows 95 really. But yeah, can't get over the name Jumper though. It just seems a bit odd. If I lose this, am I going to be saying, "Where's me jumper?" But very nice finish here. So I'm quite impressed with the build quality. Weight, meh, it's okay. You know, it's quite light. I have had lighter ones, but I guess it's the weight of that aluminium case. So, yeah, let's see what I can do with this. I did think the finish felt a bit weird. It's sort of a bit plasticky, but picking round at the sides, there's a protective film. So let's just take that off. And that feels more aluminium-y, if there is such a word. And yes, there's a protective film on the base as well. So I'll remove that, and that makes it a lot more tactile. Welcome back. It's now been a week since I've been using this laptop. How did I get on with it? Quite well, really. Got a few issues, not major. First issue would be the fact that it came installed with Windows Home. Now, this isn't a biggie because it's very easy to actually upgrade. What I did was I used the code, OEM code. It's on the sticker on an old PC you don't use anymore. So you can use that to upgrade your license. If you have any qualms about it, I'm sure you could probably buy codes online, OEM codes. I'm sure there's a market for that, but I don't know, is that right or wrong? I'll leave that up to you to decide. Another issue I had was with the Microsoft Photos app. whenever I tried to launch it, it'd come up with error, failed, and it gave you a code. The way I got round this was I uninstalled the app using PowerShell. Search online, you can find the command quite easily. And then I reinstalled it using the Microsoft Store. That was absolutely fine, it launched okay. It's just a minor issue. So probably with the actual laptop itself, everything ran smoothly. Been using this for coding, web browsing, watching videos, which is probably pretty much all it's designed for. I did try Minecraft on this. It was okay. It started off a bit laggy, but it soon sort of sped up, and yeah, I sort of played it for half an hour quite happily, really. So the other hardware, well, the first hardware issue, bit of a wobbly hinge. I don't know, it probably won't bother most people, but if you've got this on your lap on a train, you know, it's a bit off-putting. I don't know if something wrong with the hinge or not, but yeah, just thought I'd mention it. The other issues with the USB ports, I might have to do a close-up shot of this, but they've got sharp edges, and there's no bottom to the USB port. Now, I found when I was plugging in a device such as a mouse, it was quite stiff, and I was a bit worried something might actually break when removing them. It just seems like there should be a sort of plastic base and just sort of smooth off these edges. It just seems a bit unfinished. So what else with the hardware? I think that could be access to an SSD drive. So if you want to upgrade it at any point, you can do that. I've still got 69 gigabytes free, and that's after installing lots of apps, quite hefty database work, you know, with files in their gigabytes. So, you know, memory isn't an issue after a week, but I guess it could be. I've already put an SD card in here. I think it's 128 gigabyte. So, you know, files and documents, I'm just dumping them in that drive, really. Just good housekeeping. Other hardware issues is the power port is right next to the audio jack. Now, you know, it might not be an issue, but when you're charging the laptop and you're plugging in headphones, you're a bit worried you might give yourself some impromptu electroshock therapy. You know, you don't want sort of 120 volts going straight into your brain. So, I don't know, probably just me being overly worried, but I thought that was an issue. And also, when you're putting in the charger or the audio port, you tend to do it blind, so, you know, you think, okay, that fits. You know, and I did stop myself putting in the DC into the audio, because it actually fits. They're very similar sizes. With the laptop, I find, you know, the rubber feet keep it quite secure and quite stable. The keys are absolutely fine, had absolutely no issue typing with them. Screen's nice and bright, you know, so I was quite happy with that, really. Viewing angles are good. Bit of a reflection, but, you know, I quite like that, really. With the aluminium case, we're in the middle of a heat wave here, and also with the current situation, I tend to use hand sanitizer a lot, but that tends to leave sort of white crystalline, almost salt-like marks on the aluminium case. So I don't know if that's normal with aluminium cases, but it's just something I've noticed. But it's not an issue at all, really. So those are my thoughts of using the Jumper for about a week. Overall it's okay. For the price point, I'm quite happy with the machine. I wouldn't normally buy new laptops. For the same price point, I'd probably get a second-hand reconditioned machine. But no, I'm happy. And portability is fantastic. So actually, performance-wise, it's very good at multitasking. Some processor-intensive applications such as GIS and brackets, which I just use for programming, web browsing, examp in the background, and I can't remember what I was doing on command prompt. One thing did find that the aluminium case under the processor felt quite warm. Now, this could be fact that it's fanless, and the computer is actually using the whole of the aluminium case as a glorified heatsink. So to sum up, a big plus point for this machine is the battery life. With careful use you could stretch to about 6 hours. Obviously if you're using more graphic intensive or processor intensive programs it would be a lot less, probably maybe only 3 hours. Takes about 3 hours to charge from empty, which seems like a long time. Speakers, took me a long time to work out where the speakers are. They're actually hidden in the hinge, so it seems a bit of an odd placement. I can see why they've done it because it's hidden, but I don't think it does any favours to sound quality. But then again, in rare headphones, it's absolutely fine, obviously. So what else? Gaming, I don't think this is a gaming laptop by any stretch of the imagination. It's more of a workhorse. Use it to do your day-to-day work, maybe some video editing, light office use, and it will serve you well. I probably think if I had the same decision over again, I might have gone down the second-hand route again. That's probably because you get a lot more computer to your buck. But I think as this is just from Amazon, delivered next day, very affordable price points, definitely get my money out of it. So, as always, thanks for watching.